believe we survive for another day, for another match. Yes, miracles happen in cricket, and did a miracle happen yesterday? So let's look at what happened in the match. The 27th match of the Cricket World Cup 2019 was played between Sri Lanka and the host England. A very strong England lineup. Yes, the batting lineup is very strong. Bowling is very good against a weaker Sri Lankan team. But what happened in the match? Winning the toss, the Sri Lankan skipper Dimuth Karuratne decided to take first release of the wicket. It was a flat pitch. Scores of over 350 was projected before the start of the game. So this might have prompted Dimuth to bat first, and they made two changes. They kept out Lahu Thirimanne and brought in the youngster Avishka Fernando into the team, and then Malinga Sivaradan was left out while Jeevan Menditha leg spinner was brought into the team. Sri Lanka, the openers have been very good. In the last match against Australia, they added 100 odd runs, and in the previous match against Afghanistan, they added 92 odd runs. But this time, the openers couldn't do anything. They failed. Both of them failed. Dimuth and KGP failed. But the score was 3 runs for 2 wickets when they were back into the hat. There were questions raised about the Sri Lankan middle order, and it was the perfect time for the middle order to step up. Now you have Kusal Mendes, you have Angelo Mathews, you have Dhananjaya De Silva in the middle. So they had to step up this time. It was actually the perfect opportunity for them to showcase it. Avishka Fernando, he was brilliant. Real positive cricket was shown from him. He came out with an intent, and he was going all around the wicket. Jofra Archer was bowling to him, and he took him to the cleaners. Avishka played a very good innings. There was attacking strokes and very classy drives as well. Questions were raised where Avishka was, prior to this match. Yes, so Avishka and Kusal Mendes was able to add up 59 runs for the third wicket. The middle order did come into play. Yes, the middle order this time had good partnerships. 59 runs between Avishka and Kusal Mendes, and then Mathews and Kusal Mendes was able to add 71 runs for the fourth wicket, and then at last it was DDS, Dhananjaya De Silva and Angelo Mathews who was able to add 57 runs. So this middle order partnership helped Sri Lanka in a very good way. So all Sri Lanka could manage was 232 runs with the loss of 9 wickets in 50 overs, a very low score when you compare with other teams, when you compare with teams that have batted first in this tournament. A very low score of 232. It was a very modest total when scores of over 350 was projected. Yes, that was at the beginning of the match, but then when we were into the middle phase, we could see that the pitch being slow and everything. Definitely, yes, it was not a 350 pitch, but maybe about 275, 250 or 275 pitch. Yes, but Sri Lanka was short of runs. 232 runs for the loss of 9 wickets, and it was Angelo Mathews who held the innings together. 85 from 115 deliveries. He was slow, but somehow he kept the innings together from one end when wickets were falling in the other end. And Avishka Fernando was brilliant. He played a counter-attacking innings of 49 from just 39 deliveries, and Kusal Mendes scored 46 from 68. With the bowling, it was once again Jofra Archer, the latest sensation, the fast bowling sensation, the Caribbean Jofra Archer, was able to take 3 wickets for 52 runs, and Mark Wood 3 for 40, and their spinner Adil Rashid 2 for 45. The target was set to England to chase it down and to be at the top of the table. What happened? The Sri Lankan bowlers came up into the party. They ruined the party for the Englishmen. All England could manage was 212 runs in 47 overs. 212 runs in 47 overs. That's what they could manage. With the bat, it was Benjamin Stokes who scored 82 from 89 deliveries. He was the last man standing. He could have changed the game. He was there at the end. When the ninth wicket fell down, England needed about 47 runs to win, and he was in a mood to get that. They just lost by 20 runs. The other 27 runs he scored with the last batsman. So Ben Stokes, yes, 82 from 89 deliveries, and Joy Root, they were consistent, ever classy. Joy Root 57 from 89 deliveries. With the ball, it was Lasith Malinga, the champion. Once a champion, always a champion. Yes, that's Lasith Malinga for you. 4 wickets for 43 runs, and DDS Dhananjay De Silva, 3 wickets for 32. Dhananjay is taken as the main spinner of this tournament, main spinner of the World Cup for Sri Lanka. He was picked ahead of Akila Dhananjay. Why? For this reason, yes. And then Isrudana, he was brilliant with his slow balls. 2 wickets for 41 runs. Yes, Sri Lanka was able to win the match by 20 runs. I don't think many would have expected it. It was very, very unexpected. No guesses who the man of the match was. It was Lasith Malinga. And to remind y'all, Lasith Malinga first went to the funeral of his mother-in-law, and then he came back, and then he played against Australia, and then Sri Lanka had a small break. He came back to Sri Lanka once again to attend the almsgiving of his mother-in-law and travelled back once again. He missed some practice sessions. He came back to England and then played against England and performed like a true champion. He has always been a true champion, and with his 4 wickets he was able to go past Chaminda Vasa's 49 wickets, and he is now the 4th highest wicket taker in World Cup cricket in the world. Second highest for Sri Lanka, so it's Magrath, Murali, Wasim Akram, Lasith Malinga, and Chaminda Vasa. So that's the first. In top 5 we have 3 Sri Lankans there. Lasith Malinga went past Chaminda Vasa, and now he will have 3 more matches. Yes, he will have 3 more matches to pick up 5 wickets to go past Wasim Akram's tally. Yes, so that's about Lasith Malinga. He has always been a champion, a true champion, and he once again proved it. And yes, when you look into the history shows that England has not won in a World Cup encounter against Sri Lanka in the past 20 years. Yes, in 1996 the quarterfinals was played between Sri Lanka and England, and Sri Lanka won it rather convincingly. In 1999 we lost to them. Yes, we lost to them. In 2003 we didn't play against each other. 2007 it was a thriller. Dilhar Fernando coming and bowling the last ball, and Sri Lanka won by just 2 runs, I guess, 2 or 3 runs. Yes, it was a thriller. 2011, a one-sided affair. Sri Lanka won by 10 wickets, chasing down 240 odd. Grishan and Taranga took it to the bowlers. So Sri Lanka won by 10 wickets there. Again in 2015, another easy victory of the Sri Lankans. 330 odd was chased down just in just a matter of time. Sri Lanka chased it down, and then we won it by 9 wickets after a brilliant century by Kumar Sangakkara. And in 2019, once again another thriller. So yes, we have beaten them 5 times. After 1999 they were unable to beat us for 20 years. 2007, 11, 15, 19, all 4 Sri Lanka have won against England. And yes, that's the highest. When you consider a team, Sri Lanka has beaten them 5 times. That's the highest. And only 3 countries were able to beat them 5 times. That's Pakistan, New Zealand, and Australia. Pakistan, New Zealand, and Australia was only able to beat England 5 times, and now Sri Lanka enters that as well. When you consider England, they have been hitting the 300 mark consistently. 300, 320, 350, that has been their scores in the previous 10 matches. But this time, they were unable to chase a target of 232, a very modest total of 232. They were unable to chase it down. So yes, this goes as one of the lowest fair run chases of England from 2015. For the past 4 years, they have been chasing down very good scores. This is their lowest for 4 years, 232. They were unable to chase it down. That's their lowest defeat. Yes, so yes, Sri Lanka did rise up. The senior men did rise up. M&M, Malinga with the ball, Mathews with the bat. They did rise up, and Sri Lanka believe that they can do something in this tournament. Simply 3 more matches, 3 more wins for the Lions, while England loses 3 more matches, because England has to play with New Zealand, Australia and India, and they haven't won a single World Cup match in the past 27 years. So the past 20 years they haven't won with Sri Lanka. For the past 27 years they haven't won with India, New Zealand, Australia. And Sri Lanka had the 3 matches with South Africa, India and West Indies as well. So let's see what happens in the tournament. And today's match, the 2 Asian teams, India will go against Afghanistan, and I'll bring you the analysis of that as well. Indeed, yes, it's a very happy day finally for all the Sri Lankans. We were able to break that chink and win a match and be alive. We are alive in this tournament. This tournament is alive because of our victory as well, and we believe that we can do something in this tournament. So yes, I'll bring you the analysis of today's match tomorrow. Until that, thank you.